Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Samantha. Thank you so much for joining me and blessing me with your presence. I hope that you are feeling blessed yourselves. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about hot oil treatments. So this is not anything new. Hot oil treatments have been around for ages and they have stood the test of time for good reason because they are fantastic for both the hair and the scalp. So hot oil treatments, they are great for dry hair that's prone to breakage because the process of hot oil treatments can help to put moisture back into dry hair. And because we're using oil, the oil can help to lubricate the hair strands and prevent knots and tangles, and therefore you're going to retain length much better. And hot oil treatments can also help to strengthen the hair. So if your hair is really weak, oils can help to strengthen the hair when you use them as hot oil treatments. And also they can help to promote hair growth, and that's because we are going to be stimulating the scalp because of the warmth and the oils that we'll be using in the massaging process. So my hair has been in this short-term protective style and it's feeling a little bit dry, and I don't do hot oil treatments like on a regular basis, but sometimes when I feel like it, I'm like, okay, let's give this hair some TLC, and that's what I wanted to do in this case. So as I say, depending on the oil that you use, you can stimulate growth. So I'm going to be using my combination of a unique and another one. I'll put the links to the videos in which I showed you the recipes of this oils in the description box below, but you can use even just plain oil, and what you need is a good penetrating oil because you want the oil to be able to penetrate the hair shaft as well as the scalp. You don't want the oil to just sit on your hair or your scalp. So don't use sealing oils, use a penetrating oil. And good options include things like jojoba oil, almond oil, sunflower oil, coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, and even avocado oil is really good. So you've got lots of options. You just choose the one that your hair likes. If you're using a DIY hair growth oil, just make sure that you used a penetrating oil to make the hair growth oil. I would think if you're making a hair growth oil, you should always use a penetrating oil anyway, rather than a sealing oil. So we're going to need a few things. First of all, we're going to need some warm water because that will help to moisturize the hair and also to open up the cuticles. And we're also going to need a heat-resistant container for the oil. I'm using this bottle with a nozzle and some hot water. As you can see, there's condensation there and it's steaming because that's what we want. That's what we're going to use to warm up the oil. And then you're also going to need either a plastic bag or a shower cap because we want to generate indirect heat. So first of all, I'm going to decant some oil into the bottle, and it really depends on how much hair you've got. So if you've got a lot of hair, very long hair, then you're going to need more oil than me. And if your hair is really short, then you'll need less oil. The purpose or the point is to really coat the hair and the scalp, but you don't want to drench it too much because it is already somewhat messy process, and if you just drench your scalp with oil, it's going to be running down your neck and your face and it won't be a pleasant experience. But you want to make sure that you've got enough oil, and then you warm it up in the hot water for about 5 minutes, and then I put the oil onto my scalp first of all. So I don't put the oil onto my hair to begin with, and I'll make sure that all of my scalp is covered with the oil, and then I massage the scalp for a few minutes. And this massaging process is going to help to stimulate the scalp, and also because we're doing this before we shampoo the hair, that also helps to lift any dirt and buildup that will be on the scalp. So it's going to make it easier to clean your hair afterwards. So if you've got any bald patches or any patches that you need a little bit more focus on, then make sure that you give those areas a bit more attention and enjoy the process. I really love scalp massages, so I just take my time to enjoy the process. I know it looks like I'm going really fast in this video, but I've sped it up just so it's not taking too long, but I actually do take my time and really enjoy the process. So once you're satisfied that the scalp is well massaged and well oiled, the next step is to then mist the hair with the warm water. So you don't want to soak the hair. Remember, oil and water don't mix. So if you soak your hair, then the oil is not going to be able to penetrate as much. So just mist it to open up the cuticles and make the hair more malleable. And then I apply a generous amount of the oil onto the hair and really work the oil into the hair, massaging it, and you'll notice that the texture of your hair will change. It'll start to soften up and become a lot more manageable. And once the hair is thoroughly lubricated, I'm now able to actually do some light detangling and remove the shed hair. Because now it's possible, and we never want to detangle dry hair. So now that the hair is moisturized and is lubricated, you can now start to do a little bit of detangling, and it's very light detangling, so it's not like you take a comb or a brush. It's not at this stage. Just use your fingers to separate the hair and take out the shed hair. So I work in sections because it makes it easier, and it also makes it more efficient because I know that each and every strand has been treated, rather than doing it like all your hair in one big bulk. It's not going to be as effective. So I'm just going to go around and work through all my sections, and then once I've finished, I'll come back and explain the next steps. Okay, so now I know my hair and my scalp are well oiled, and now I'm going to cover with a plastic bag or a shower cap, whatever you have, for 30 minutes. It needs to be a minimum of 30 minutes to make sure that it's effective. Otherwise, it won't be as effective. And your hair will start to feel warm because of the plastic. It generates indirect heat that opens up the cuticles, allowing the moisture and oil to get into the hair. And that's how we're going to get the moisturization and also the strengthening of the hair. And look at that. If there's any dryness or whatsoever, it has been eradicated. My hair feels really soft and really moisturized. So in terms of when it's the best time to do a hot oil treatment, whether it's before you shampoo or after you shampoo, personally I prefer to do it before I shampoo because if I do it after shampoo, then it can leave my hair feeling really, really greasy, and it just doesn't feel nice. And I prefer to do it before shampoo and then follow up with a moisturizing shampoo. If the only shampoo you have is a clarifying shampoo, then it might be better to use it after you shampoo. So do your hot oil treatment after you use a clarifying shampoo. And I did talk about clarifying shampoos in a recent video, and I'll put a link to that video in the description box below. So if I do a hot oil treatment, I find that I don't need to do a deep conditioning treatment. So as long as I use a moisturizing shampoo and a moisturizing rinse out shampoo and then moisturizing leave-in conditioners, I find that deep conditioning is not always required. So I've been doing hot oil treatments ever since I started this journey, and even before, but over time, as my hair has got longer, I've had to change the techniques. So if you watched the video from a long time ago, you'll notice that things have changed. But this is like my updated routine when I do a hot oil treatment, and I really see the benefits. And I guess it's just a reminder that as your hair is getting longer, you will need to tweak your techniques, because what works for really, really, really short hair may not work for longer hair. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that and found it useful. And if you did, please do give the video a thumbs up. And before I go, thank you so much to everybody who subscribed to the channel so far. Really, really love and appreciate you. Thank you for your love and support. If you've not yet subscribed, then please subscribe. And I'd also appreciate it if you share the videos with other people you know would benefit from watching this content. So I'll have another video for you real soon. Until then, take care, my lovelies, and take care of your loved ones. God bless, and bye for now.